Hello Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Scorpio, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your human's energy. So with all that being said, Scorpio, let's get started. How does Scorpio currently view this relationship? All right, Scorpio. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, we do have the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the Five of Cups, a Justice card. All right, Scorpio. In regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, it kind of looks like you've been dealing with somebody who just continues to let you down and disappoint you. Whoever this person is, it is somebody that you're very much so, in love with. And I feel like because you're so emotionally attached to this person and in love with this person, this is kind of why you continue to give this person chance after chance. But it kind of looks like every time you do, they turn around and disappoint you. But with the Justice card coming out here, it's like, you got to do something, right? About this entire situation that you find yourself in. It just kind of looks like you know what you got to do, you just don't want to do it. And it has a lot to do with this emotional attachment, you know what I mean, that you have towards this person. Let's look at the Justice card. Tell you more about the Justice card. Yeah. It's like that you should really bring this entire situation to an end because you don't really see this person changing. You don't really see things improving. But I can tell it's something that you definitely don't want to do. It's something that you definitely don't want to do. You just know that you really, really should. It's just hard, you know what I mean, to walk away from someone that you love. It really, really is. But deep down inside, it's something that you definitely should do. You just don't want to do is kind of what I'm getting. Okay, let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? This person comes off to me as somebody who's very, very selfish, unfortunately. It's like this person knows that they're not good for you, but they also don't want to let you go at the same exact time, You know what I mean? I think that you've definitely expressed to this, person, to the right of me, how their actions and their behavior really does hurt you and affect you, and the way that they treat you hurts you, and the way that they speak to you hurts you, and it really does affect you. They know that this relationship, between the two of you has caused you a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment, a lot of stress. They know. That's kind of besides the point, but it just it just kind of looks like this person just, selfishly wants you all to themselves. They just don't want to let you go, even though they know that they're bad for you. You know what I mean? They still don't want to let you go. Let's see why that is. It's, God, how do I say this? They also kind of come off to me as somebody who's not ready to let you go. It's kind of like this marriage is going to come to an end when I say. Or no, this relationship is going to come to an end when I say, it's over. It has that type of flavor to it, which personally I don't really like that. But yeah, that's their whole mindset. This marriage is going to come to an end when I say it's going to come to an end. This relationship is going to come to an end when I say so, Okay. Tell me more about the Four of Pentacles. It's like they want this entire situation to end on their terms. It's like, okay. While still doing you the way that they do you and treat you the way that they treat you. Okay. We have the Knight of Cups, we have the Three of Swords, and then we also have the Nine of Swords. They're just not ready. They're just not ready to walk away from this and or let you go. But why? Even though they know that this relationship is definitely hurting you and it's definitely affecting you negatively, they're not ready to let you go. Again, it's the mentality of this marriage is going to come to an end when I say so. This relationship is going to come to an end when I say so. Okay. Tell me more about the Four of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups. We also have the King of Cups. And then we also have the Tower out here. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Cups. We also have the Ace of Wands. And then I mean, at the end of the day, they're not really well, I take that back. This person's not experiencing this relationship the way that you're experiencing it. Like, you know how this like relationship for you, it causes you a lot of stress, a lot of sadness, a lot of disappointment. They ain't dealing with that on their end. It's not like you're walking around disrespecting them or disappointing them or embarrassing them or putting them through this, that, and the third. They don't have a reason to walk away from you. You got plenty of reasons, homie, from the looks of it, to walk away from them, but they don't have a reason to walk away from you. Like, you love them, you care about them, you're committed to them, you're devoted to them. Like, they don't have a reason to get up and walk away, you know, from you. Like, why would they? You're good to them. Like, why? It doesn't make logical sense for them to walk away from somebody who loves them, somebody who cares about them, somebody who's committed to them, somebody who's devoted to them, somebody who's not out here embarrassing them. Like, they have no reason to walk away. Makes sense? Because through their perspective, which, I mean, it makes logical sense. It's like, through their perspective, it's like, why would I walk away from a good person? Like, why would I do that? Why would I walk away from somebody who loves me and cares about me and would do anything for me? Like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, through their perspective, that makes logical sense, you know? So then there's that. I don't know, dude. Like, this person comes off to me as somebody who's like super narky, you know? Yeah. Because they're consciously aware. You know what I mean? Like, they're consciously aware that they're not good for you. They know this. Nobody has to tell them this. They see how this relationship is affecting you in a negative way. Nobody got to tell them this. Like, they already know that. Like, and they're still choosing to, like, stay, you know? Even knowing that they're not good for you. How does Scorpio feel? All right, we have the Ace. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Page of Cups, and then we also have the Strength card. Okay, you know, how do I say this to you? I feel like it's gonna hit you eventually. I am getting that. It's gonna hit you. And it's probably gonna be on a random Tuesday, you know, or a random Wednesday, or a random Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday, whenever, right? It's just gonna randomly hit you. It's no disrespect towards them or anything like that, but how do I say this? I'm trying to find a polite way to say this, but I mean, let me just be a straight shooter about this, because when it comes down to sugarcoating, I feel like I've been making some progress, okay? But it's just, I've been making a little bit of progress, but yeah. So, all right. The person that's in the Strength card is the Empress, which would technically speaking make you the total package. In other words, you basically possess everything that any man or woman would essentially want to have by their side, which explains why they also don't want to walk away from you, because it doesn't make fucking logical sense. You're pretty awesome. Why would they do that, right? I think that it's just going to randomly hit you that you've been fighting to keep this dynamic intact and afloat here between you and somebody who doesn't deserve you. Like, this kind of feels like the delusion is kind of like wearing off. Like, you're starting to like really like look at this person and see what you're really fighting for here. Because it's like you go from they are the prize to be won to like, why the fuck am I fighting to keep this person in my life? They're not responsible. They're not reliable. They're fucking immature. They're this, they're that. What the fuck am I doing? It's like the delusion is basically wearing off, and it's just going to hit you on a random day, honey. It's going to hit you on a random day. And I feel like that's going to be the day that everything drastically changes in this entire situation. Because it just, you know, I'm sorry, but it's no disrespect towards them. Let's just call a spade today. This person's showing up as a page. You're showing up as an Empress. Like, oh my God, pages are people who are just very immature, unfortunately. They're irresponsible, they're unreliable. I mean, they come with a boatload of headaches, they're codependent. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know what I mean? It just goes on and on and on and on, right? And I feel like it's just gonna hit you. You're gonna be like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why do I want this person so bad? Like, why am I fighting so hard to keep this human in my life? Like, because the reality of the situation is that let's just, yes, I understand that you're in love with this person. I get that, but you're in love. Let's just keep it $150 around here. You're in love with somebody who does not even fit what you're really looking for within a person. An empress is always looking for their emperor, somebody that they could build with, somebody that they could rely on, somebody that they could depend on, you know, somebody that is mature, like somebody who has their stuff together. Like they are very far from that. Okay, very, very far from that. The delusion is going to wear off, and when it does, things are going to start to drastically change, is kind of what I'm gathering. I would love to see how that plays out, but how does this person currently feel? Okay, so we have the King of Swords, we got we have the King of Swords, we got the Seven of Pentacles, we also have the Hangman. Yeah, this person knows a whole lot. That's one thing I will say. You know, just like this person knows that they're not good for you, they also know, and I feel like this is kind of what they're trying to like prevent you from having it or experiencing, but they also know that you could do better than them. Remember, like I told you, the Empress is always looking for their emperor. I don't care what anybody says. They're always looking for their emperor. The person that sits in the chariot is the emperor. They know that if you were to ever up and leave them, the likelihood of you essentially finding someone that's better than them is very, very likely to happen, which they also don't want that to essentially happen because they don't want anybody else to have you and or experience you, which is, I mean, whatever, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But it's like, all right, like they don't want anybody else to have you and or experience you, but they clearly can't do what they got to do to keep you in their life. You know what I mean? Like they clearly can't, you know? And I think that this person thinks that because you are so like in love with them that you're never going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? And I can't emphasize this enough. Like, I just can't wait until the delusion wears off so that way you can see what I'm seeing here. You know what I mean? It's easy for me to see the big picture. Because obviously I don't have an emotional attachment to this human, right? But I think that it's hard for you to like see the bigger picture because like your emotions for this person is clouding your judgment. Like again, no offense, right? No offense, but it's like I'm over here looking at this person. I'm just like, well, how the hell did this person end up with somebody like you? Like, what did they say to you? Like, what did they say? Like, what did they do? Like to end up getting with somebody like you, somebody of your caliber, like. How did that happen? You know what I mean? How in the world did that happen? I don't know. Maybe they said all the right things and did all the right things, you know? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But I guess. I guess. But just like they know that they're not good for you, they also know that if you were to ever leave them, you're going to turn around and find someone better than them. They know that. Yep. So they... Not only do they know that they're not good for you, they also know that they're not good enough, you know, for you. But even knowing all of these things, right? Even knowing all of these things, Scorpio, it's like they still want to keep you. They still want to hold on to you. They're just selfish. Yeah, the delusion is going to wear off. And once the delusion wears off, you're going to start to see for yourself. Like, you're going to basically see what I'm actually looking at here. Like, you're going to look at this person like, wait a second. I can't rely on them. I can't depend on them. They're freaking immature. They're irresponsible. They're unreliable. They're untrustworthy. I mean, the list goes on and on. They don't fit what you want. The Empress is always looking for their emperor. Always. This person is showing up as a page and they're showing up as a King of Swords. You know, You know what I mean? Like, they're very far from what you truly want and desire. And it's going to cause you to, like, realize, like, why am I fighting to keep this person in my life? Like, can somebody tell me? Like, what have I been doing this whole entire time? Why have I been fighting to keep this person in my life? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's going on? Like, I think that it has a lot to do with, well, your emotions for this person. Your emotions have been clouding your judgment is kind of what I'm getting, because you have so much love for them. It's like you're overlooking the fact that they are not what you really, really want. Let's be real. They're not what you really, really want. Like, it's like your emotions are leading you to think that this person's the one, but it's like when the delusion wears off, you're going to see for yourself that this person's not the one for you. Sometimes our corazón, like, makes us do dumb things. You know what I mean? It makes us fight for people we shouldn't be fighting for. You know what I mean? Stressing over people we shouldn't be stressing over. Like, the heart makes people do some things. I'll tell you what. You know what I mean? It's funny because I actually saw this. I went to the pharmacy and I got out the car and I heard, like, these two people yelling. And there was, like, this, like, freaking guy, like, chasing this, like, woman, like, in a car or whatever. And I was just like, oh my God, like, the shit that love makes people do, man. They look crazy. They look fucking crazy to me. Like, I was, like, looking at them like they got 10 heads. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are y'all doing here? Anyways, let me go inside and get what I need. Love makes people do some crazy things sometimes. Okay. So, in regards... We have the Lovers, we have the Two of Wands, and then we also have the Tower. Yeah, this is kind of reiterating what I just said. It's like, because this person knows that you're in love with them, they don't think that you're ever going to turn around and leave them. But with the Tower coming out here, that's kind of telling me, oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And it's gonna shock them, by the way, and it's definitely gonna, it's coming. You will be bringing this entire situation to an end, is basically what I'm gathering. Okay, we have the Page of Swords, we got the Four of Cups, and then we also have the Queen of Wands out here. I think that the moment you come in and bring the relationship to an end, like, you might have a conversation with this person, tell this person, listen, this is not working out. You know, they're gonna be like, yeah, I know. Like, you told me so many times, I get it. Like, I'm so fucking sorry. I don't know who fooled this person into thinking that they're the hottest thing that has hit God's green earth. I don't know. I don't know who lied to them like that, but you know, what really bothers my soul about this person is that they legit think that they're, like, the price to be won here. You know what I mean? Like, they really do. Like, and it's like the moment you have, like, the serious conversation with them, it's like, they might even go as far as to roll their eyes, but, you know, it's like, yeah, okay, you don't want to be with me. Okay, I get it. All right. Can you just go away? Like, oh my God, I just want to watch TV. I just want to play my video games. Can you just leave me alone? Like, child. But when you actually bring this entire situation to an end, oh boy, they're gonna be fucking shocked. Is kind of what I'm getting. Like, they're gonna be super shocked. Oh, absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. They're gonna be very shocked. Very, very shocked. Scorpio doesn't love me anymore? They don't want anything to do with me anymore? No, there's just no way. You know what? No. I'm so sick of this person. I haven't even met this person a day in my life. Like, this is no. Like, you know, and then this is like a whole nother, like, bag of burritos. Let's unload this real quick. So we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Three of Swords, and then we also have the Ten of Wands. Like, this is like the epitome of fighting back tears. Why? I don't know. But that's kind of what I'm getting. It's the epitome of fighting back tears. I'm sorry. It's just this person, they kind of come off to me as somebody who's been walking around this marriage and a relationship like they clearly don't care. So the fact that you're bringing this entire situation to an end and just like, oh my God. Like, they don't want me anymore. They don't love me anymore. This whole fighting back tears, I don't know if this person went to the bathroom and plucked the nose hair or what the fuck's going on here, but I just want to look into this. Just 2.5 seconds. Just 2.5 seconds. Tell me more about the Three of Swords to the Ten of Wands. We have the Devil, we have the Judgment card, and then we also have the okay. So the reason why this person's going to find themselves fighting back tears, okay, and they might get emotional on you, is because they don't want the relationship between the two of you to come to an end, which we've already kind of established that many, many times coming from this human being. But when justice comes out, that's you getting what you deserve. In other words, they deserve to lose you. They clearly can't value and appreciate a good thing. The fact that you even gave this person a time in or day, they should be grateful, because you are a whole empress. Like, you're a whole empress. The fact that you turned around and gave this person a time in or day, like, legit, they should be grateful. Like, they harness a bunch of page energy, and they came across as a King of Swords. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. No. Mm-mm. No. No, like that. No, that's telling me that you have, oh my God. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if you led them to think and believe that they were like the best thing that has hit God's green earth, or what happened here, but this one over here comes with headaches. They're immature, they're irresponsible. They play a lot of head games. They can't follow through on a lot of things. Like, I don't know. But this whole them walking around like they're the hottest thing that has hit God's green earth. Yeah, it kind of looks like, I don't know. It just kind of looks like maybe you, because of your emotions for them, you made them feel like, oh my God, like they're the best thing that could ever happen to you. But once this delusion, honey, wears off, you ain't going to be feeling that way anymore, is kind of what I'm getting. But it does appear to me that this person is definitely losing a good thing. And they'll eventually find themselves essentially regretting it. I mean, I am definitely, getting that they'll eventually find themselves regretting it. And keep in mind, this person will bust a U-turn back in your direction. I hope you don't take this person back. Because they've already shown you in 99 different ways that they don't deserve you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And this whole, like, them walking around like they're the prize to be won when they're not, like, I have an issue with that. The fact that this person knows they're not good for you, but then they choose to hold on to you selfishly, that's a red flag. The fact that this person knows that they're never gonna, like, become like the man or the woman that you need them to, essentially be, but they just turn around and tell you that, yes, I will. Like, that's very misleading. That's them outright deceiving you in your face. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no. And I feel like it's not going to take too long before you meet this, individual, by the way. Like, this individual that's a better fit for you, it's not going to take too long until you meet this person, is what I'm gathering. I feel like you're going to meet this person while you're still, technically speaking, healing from this entire experience. All right? So, with that being said, good for you. All right? So, that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading.